It is possible to render in the viewport if you don't want to use the live viewer. I'm using for this video the limo02.c4d scene, and it just has this kind of little animation of the robot running up to the space pilot and a quick camera move to go in there. And sometimes it's nice to be able to scrub in the timeline and actually see what's going on here in the viewport, as opposed to opening up the live viewer window and then doing a render. And then of course I could scrub down here and it updates here just fine, but you get all this stuff down here that's blocking the view. And sometimes you just want to work with one window. So what you can do is you can go into options and choose viewport rendering. So it will then render here in the viewport. If it goes away, another thing you can do is you can go to Octane dialog and put this like up here, maybe dock it like this. Let's bring this up and bring this down. And now let's go into options, viewport rendering, and do a render right here. Give it a few moments to update the geometry. And now we have the render directly in our viewport. We can scrub in the timeline. So some folks like to work that way, prefer that way over the live viewer. It's very easy to set up and nice and convenient. Of course, all the same options apply. You can pick your focal point if you have depth of field blurring on, or select your materials this way. Of course, you can either open the render settings, lock the resolution, redo the render, and so on. Let's say I want to switch to a different camera, switch to this camera, and you can see now I can navigate just like I would in any Cinema 4D scene, but I'm seeing a render here of Octane in the middle.